Now, joining me now to expatiate more about this sector and how it can boost Nigeria's revenue is Dr. Vincent Olayinka of the National Information Technology Development Agency. Dr. Vincent Olayinka, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's look at the federal government's drive towards diversifying the economy. Apart from telecommunications, how can this agency help to, help the nation become, more dependent or get more revenue from ICT in general?
I keep telling people that the challenges we're having in the oil sector, I see them as blessings to us because we have a very credible alternative in the ICT sector. Globally, the countries that are really doing well now, they depend mainly on knowledge economy. And to drive down knowledge economy is technology. If you look at the Asian tigers, most of them do not really have natural resources. They depend on knowledge, and they've effectively deployed technology to drive their economies. And most of them are doing very well across the globe now. And I see Nigeria going towards this way. There's many things that we've been doing, the federal government has been doing, and NIDA in particular, to ensure that we move Nigeria from a natural resource-based economy to a knowledge-driven economy. By building human capital, you can stay here, work for 4 or 5 companies across the globe. That is in BPO outsourcing. In software development, India makes over $30 billion from software development alone. And if you develop the requisite skill in core areas of ICT, you'll be able to work for companies abroad, you'll be able to sell your products and services, you'll be able to create employment. For instance, in the manufacturing sector, yes, we don't really manufacture IT equipment and services here, but the assembly plants, if we patronize what they're producing, they will produce more because there's a ready market for them, and they will employ more people to work in their companies. So in these areas, we'll be able to contribute a bit here and there. For instance, about 15, 20 years ago, the contribution of the sector to our GDP was just about 4%. Now we are doing about 10.58%. And the intention is to be able to do about 20% in the next 5 years through technology hubs, through human capital development in different areas, through massive infrastructural development, and through patronage of made in Nigeria IT products and services.
Which areas got a boost to give us the 10% talked about?
The service sector. For instance, ICT is pervasive. It cuts across all sectors. Health, education, agri, talk of any sector. The services we are rendering in these sectors alone will definitely contribute to the GDP. Then when you come to actual production, for instance, the assembly plants, what they're producing, they employ more people. We patronize what we have. That will kind of increase their revenue generation, and they pay the taxes and they contribute to the GDP. In the area of software development, the hubs we are trying to develop across the country, even if you say you incubate about 100, 150, 200 startups, if you're able to make only one global brand from these 200, you'll be able to pay for even 1,000 others. For instance, if you are getting a Facebook from one hub in Nigeria, you can imagine what will translate to in dollars, billions of dollars. And you now have SMEs that will set up small business here and there, depending on the kind of products, the kind of solutions that they have. And when you have SMEs, they will employ at least 1, 2, 3, 4 others. They create employment for 1, 2, 3, 4. And globally, because the SMEs are the major drivers of the economy, but we don't have that in Nigeria. It's really absent. And if you really grow that sector, the SME sector in the country, in the ICT sector, will contribute a lot to the GDP, will create jobs, will create wealth, will employ people, will empower people.
What sort of foreign direct investment, are there here?
A lot. The ICT sector, the industry, the market in Nigeria is still growing. And there is massive opportunity for foreign direct investment coming. For instance, the telecom sector, when they started about 20 years ago, the projection was for them to have their return on investment in about 4 years. But they got return on their investment within, in fact, in less than 2 years. I know what that means because the population is here, the market is here. You are talking of a population of about 170 million people that are IT savvy. Labor is there, cheap labor, as compared to other countries that are really advanced because we are still developing. The time zone favors in the area of BP outsourcing. So all this is, you put them together, I see them as things that really work for us to attract foreign direct investment. And investment climate in Nigeria is very friendly in terms of taxes that you pay, in terms of labor, in terms of other factors of production that are readily available in the country. So I see it as something that is really good that will even interest people that are willing to invest. And an average investor that is looking towards Africa, obviously, the first place to go is Nigeria because of the population, the investment climate that is very friendly, and IT savvy population, people that are willing to embrace ICT. For instance, when the GSM era started, they concentrated mainly in urban centers. But I tell you, even in the remotest village in Nigeria now, the most important thing is for you to have access. If you have it, people are ready to, they are willing to embrace and use telephone. The same thing for computers, for internet access. The most important thing is access. When they have, they are really ready and willing to.
So where is that lacuna right now? Because I mean, when we have this sort of sector which can really thrive in such a short period, and then we don't see a lot of investments coming from international community and all of that, and of course we can't get that needed revenue from the sector. What can be done about this?
I think, like I said before, the over-dependence on oil took away our thought from other sectors that will be bringing more money for the country. Now that we're having challenges in the oil sector, that's why we are now thinking out of the box. What can we do? What area can we look into? We are talking of agric, we're talking of IT now, and for this sector that is our own, we see it as the most credible one that can really bring in money to the country. And the attention of government in this sector now, because you can't really grow a sector without that policy direction, without that deliberate attempt by government to say, okay, I want to face this sector, I want to make it work, create the enabling environment for people to do businesses in that sector, for foreign direct investment to come in, to encourage people to say, okay, oh, government is doing ABCD, okay, this will favor my investment, let me go there and invest. So these are things that we're beginning to do now, in the area of policy, in the area of enabling environment, in the area of advocacy. But even when you have all these factors, if people don't really know about what you are doing, you are not encouraging them. For instance, we are taking homegrown solutions to global platforms now to tell the world about what we have in the country, homegrown solutions that can be compared to anyone in any part of the globe, and that will be cheaper than others, and the standard is the same. So these are things that I believe, if you really focus on, will assist us to encourage investment in that sector. And the negative publicity that Nigeria had over time, that has stopped now.
Which is that?
To see negative publicity,
okay,
in terms of insecurity, in terms of cyber crime, cyber security. If you go to business, do business in Nigeria, maybe there are people that will dupe you or something. It's changing. People are beginning to see us as people that are serious, and to a large extent, the leadership matters. If you have a visionary leader that people can really trust, that will say, this is what I want to do, and people will believe in him and be ready to go all the way with him. We have that in Nigeria now. So to a large extent, that is really helping us, is kind of improving our perception, which was negative. It's getting better now. And most people that are coming to do business in Nigeria lately, they are not doing badly, and the experience is not as bad as what it used to be. Then the cybercrime bill that was passed last year gave credence to the fact that we are ready to go online. We're ready to do online business, because before you can do anything online, and even when you're duped, when you have issues, you don't have anywhere to go. Even when you go to a law court, they will tell you online evidence will not be admissible in court. But now with the Cybercrime Act, you commit any crime online, you can be arrested, you can be prosecuted.
Hold on with that thought. We're still with the Acting Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency. Join us again for more on this after now.